Hey, it's Melissa. Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 3, week 11, ending June 26, 2020. I'm not endorsing any stocks here or suggesting you buy what I'm buying. I'm just sharing my journey, showing you my buys and sells. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is still in a confirmed uptrend. This one-year chart of the S&P 500 shows that this index is still moving sideways. It's having a hard time getting above that line that I drew on March 6th at 31.37, and it hasn't dropped below for a few weeks the line that I drew back in September 20th, 2019. That's at 29.83, that dashed gray line. We'd like to see this index move above the white line and keep going up. The volatility index is just about the same from last week. It closed about 50 cents down at 34.73. I like to see this down in the yellow range between 12 and 16. I did make 5 new buys this week, all B2s in stocks that I already owned. I didn't have quite enough for a full $6,000 B2 of Livongo, so I bought $5,600 worth, just about. Every time I purchase a stock, I put a stop limit order at 8% below my purchase price. I did that with CrowdStrike a week and a half ago when I purchased it, and I didn't raise it yet. I still have it at 8%, and I did make a B2 in this. My B1, I have a loss of 1.8%, and a B2, I have a loss of 6%. I made that B2 when the stock was moving up, but then it fell. Every week I review my charts and look to see if I can raise my floor. Taiwan Semiconductor, stock symbol TSM. The stock is moving sideways, but I did move my floor up to that 31-day exponential moving average. I've held this just under 2 weeks, and I have a 0.4% gain. I also like to add to positions as stocks prove themselves. I'm not very good at this. I'm trying to get better, but it's not working out so far. Teladoc, stock symbol TDOC. I added on when this stock was moving up. It looked so promising last week, and then it fell. I did raise my floor on this to the 31-day exponential moving average, and I have 2 buys. My B1 I've held for a week and a half, and I'm down 0.3%, and my B2 I've held just for 4 days, and I'm down 6%. ResMed, stock symbol RMD. This stock is moving up nicely. I did raise my floor to the 31-day exponential moving average, and this is my only B2 that has a gain. My B1 I've held for a week and a half, and it's up 6%. Yay! And my B2 I've held it for 4 days, and I'm up 2.5%. NVIDIA, stock symbol NVDA. This stock is struggling to make a move. It's just going sideways. I did raise my floor up to the 31-day exponential moving average, and I did make a B2 in it when it looked like it was going up, and then it fell apart. So my B1 I've held for just under 3 weeks, and it's up 1.5%, and my B2 I've held for 4 days, and it's down 4%. Livongo Health. I bought a B2 in this where that green arrow is, and then it sold with an 8% loss. I did raise my floor on this up to my 31-day exponential moving average, so my floor is at 62.61 right now. And my B1 I've held just under 3 weeks, and it's up 25%, which is great. And then my B2, I held it for just 3 days, and it was down 8%. Don't let your double-digit gains turn into a loss. Ping. I raised my floor on this to the 31-day exponential moving average. These daily price swings, the length of the bar, those are getting shorter and tighter, and volume is also quieting down a little bit. So hopefully this is just gaining some strength before it takes off. Last week I had 11% gain, and I didn't move my floor up above my purchase price because I just thought it was too close. But this week I was able to move it up above my purchase price. So if this triggers the floor, it will sell at a slight profit. I've held this stock for 4 weeks, and I have a 10% gain. Blackline Inc., stock symbol BL. This is the only stock that I have 3 buys in. My B1 I've held for 4.5 weeks, and it's up just about 17%. My B2 I bought the day after my B1, so I just held it a day less, and it's only up 10%, which is still great, but a difference a day makes. And then my B3 I've held for 4 weeks and I'm up just about 8%. This stock still looks strong. It did close in the bottom of the range on Friday where that black dot is up on that red line, but it is above the low on Thursday. And again, I raised my floor to that 31-day exponential moving average. Adobe, this is a stock that I've held the longest. My B1 I've held for 8.5 weeks and it's up 20%. And my B2 I've held for 4 weeks and it's up almost 11%. I raised my floor to that 31-day exponential moving average. This closed on Friday right about the 8-day simple moving average, that pink line. I'm going to watch it and make sure it doesn't keep falling. I might have to sell it if it doesn't look like it's doing well, but I think it's holding in there right now, so hold tight. When the floor gets triggered, my stocks sell. I sold 4 B1s this week and my Livongo B2, all of them for a loss. Here's the chart for Shockwave Medical. I'm going to keep an eye on this stock to see if I like it setting up in a pattern that looks viable to me. But I did take an 8% loss on this in 3 days. AMD, I almost took an 8% loss on that. Also, I held this for a week and a half and it just fell apart and dropped. InMode, stock symbol INMD. This is my mistake stock. I did let my double-digit gain turn into a loss. I was up over 13% and then I ended selling the stock for a 2.4% loss. I held it just over 3 weeks. So if you make a mistake like this, you just need to learn from it and try not to let it happen again. KLA Corp, stock symbol KLAC. I held this for just a week and I lost 0.1%. I just decided I didn't want so many chip stocks, so I sold this one. That leaves me with 9 stocks, and here's my current holding bar chart. Like I said, 1 bar represents each week. The dashed black line is the $10,000 purchase amount. This is just for my B1, and the yellow line at 9,200 is the floor, so nothing should be below that. Look at Livongo Go. That's in the blue in the middle, the dark blue, and black line in the gray I've had for 5 weeks, and that one's doing nicely also. Adobe's in the red all the way over to the left, and it's just held steady from last week to this week, but it's had a nice increase, and I've held that stock for about 9 weeks, I think. I look at the percentage change each week, and I sort with the lowest value on the top. I want to focus on those losers, because if I get rid of my losers, then the winners can just take care of themselves and keep winning. Teladoc had a 4% loss this week. CrowdStrike had a 2% loss this week, and NVIDIA had a 1% loss this week. I also look at my current dollar value gain, sorting with the losers on the top. I have 2 losers, CrowdStrike and Teladoc. And down at the bottom, I still have 4 stocks that I have an over 10% gain in, over $1,000 gain in, which is really nice. Industry breakdown shows I'm super heavy invested in software stocks. Once again, $83,000 in software stocks. Medical, I have about $29,000 total. Chips, I have $25,000 total, and $14,000 in cash. I put the numbers where I have B2s and B3s in the stocks. I did lose about $1,300 this week, all in my B2s. If I wouldn't have made those B2 purchases, including the one that I sold, then I would have been up $8 this week. So B2s are not my friends right now. I hope I get the hang of it. In the 2 years and 11 weeks that I've been doing this experiment, my $100,000 has grown to $152,860 versus the S&P 500, which is up to $113,280. Down at the bottom in the yellow, you can see the week ending June 26, 2020. On the left-hand side in the yellow, the S&P 500 is up 7.9% for that time frame from mid-April. And then the Melissa Method experiment is up 5.6%. So I'm not beating the S&P 500 for my year 3 experiment year yet. In the purple, the S&P 500 went down 2.9% this week versus 0.8% for the Melissa method. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, The Melissa Method. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.